Hi, I'm Tim Autrey, founder and CEO of the Practicing Perfection Institute and Executive Director of the Human Performance Association. The topic of this video is directly related to safety, and it is how can you get workers to fully accept responsibility for their own safety and for the safety of their coworkers. It intrigues me a little bit that this is even a question because when I talk to workers face to face, everyone is concerned about their safety and nobody wants to see their buddy getting hurt. But if we think about it and we think about cultures of compliance, what we've talked about many times before, when you're in an environment like that, if these are your level of expectations, behaviors of typical workers are generally going to be at or below those expectations. Now, they'll rise to these levels when the boss is around, when somebody's around watching, but prior to that, it's general human nature. In a compliance-based environment, we get away with what we can get away with. Now, relative to the safety side of things, we've done a lot of really great training on, for example, how to lift things safely. We have done a pretty good job of reaching and grabbing people's emotions by having horrific stories be told, by showing pictures such as this, because people pay attention to that. Nobody would ever want that to happen to them. And of course, we have the safety police. And if you're a safety professional watching this, has anybody ever referred to you as the safety police or the safety Nazi? If that's so, it's because you're out there pushing for compliance. Let's get back to that question we've asked in previous videos. How do you get workers to do the right thing at 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody else is watching? Well, what we do is we move away from a culture of compliance to a culture of desire. Now, we want people to become proactively accountable. We talked about that in video number 13. So if you want to go take some more look at that. And then the other thing that I want to make you familiar with are these simple error elimination tools, which you may already be familiar with these. They're around. They've came out of the nuclear power industry. They're in lots of companies all around the world. This is the Practicing Perfection version of those error elimination tools. But there are 4 tools specifically which really can help in the safety arena. The first one is questioning attitude. You want to encourage workers to highly question everything. The next tool that is very useful is what's called task preview. This is where you look through a job before you do it. Now, you may have job hazard assessments and safety assessments and things like that. All of that would be considered part of the task preview. Then, once workers actually, you do your tailboard, you do your tailgate, you do your safety meeting, whatever you call it, they get to the work site before they put their hands on anything. They have what's called a job site review, which is a quick look around to make sure things are the way they're supposed to be. Are there any unforeseen hazards? Is there work going on in the area that we weren't familiar with? That sort of thing. And then finally, one of the most powerful tools in this set relative to keeping people safe is the tool Stop When Unsure. If a worker's in the middle of doing anything and something doesn't seem right, you want to highly encourage them to place it in a safe condition and stop and get it resolved before they proceed. You know, as far as the annals of incident reports of people getting hurt on the job, one of the fundamental things is something wasn't as they had anticipated or just didn't seem right, and they proceeded anyway, and the result was very catastrophic. If you'd like to take a look at what these tools are, you can go to the PPI website. There's a free place on there where you can go and you can scroll through the tools handbook at your leisure. So, relative to getting workers to accept full responsibility for their own safety and for the safety of their coworkers, it really comes down to them being engaged, proactively accountable, and then layering in some very simple tools to help protect themselves and the folks around them. I'm Tim Autrey. Thanks for watching. If you found this information to be valuable and would like to receive free access to an entire library of videos answering the top questions people ask me about human performance and reducing human error, visit futureofperformanceimprovement.com.